Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geek Blend. I'm Jeff, and welcome to the first horror review of October for our 31 Days of Halloween here on the channel. And we are reviewing Trick or Treat from 2007 as a horror anthology film that stars a lot of notable faces, including Anna Paquin and Brian Cox, to name a couple. And it has basically 5 interwoven stories that go together, and it kind of come to a head at the end with one specific character that is going around and connecting it all, and his name is Sam. He's basically the incarnation of autumn, or Halloween, the spirit of Halloween, or Samhain, as you might say as well, but most people might say samhain, but it's actually pronounced Samhain. But it is a very good film. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy the cast. They work really well. The story basically starts with a couple coming home from a Halloween party, or the Halloween festival that's in their town, and the wife blows out the pumpkin, and the husband's like, wait, you shouldn't do that. That's part of an ancient tradition. You should have left it lit all night. They're the first story we meet. And then we meet a high school principal, basically has a secret life as a serial killer. And then we meet a group of girls who are trying to find dates for a party in the woods on Halloween night. And we also meet a group of children who basically take a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns to pay respects to the dead to a tragic accident that occurred in the rock quarry of their hometown. And also a mean old man that lives next to the high school principal who meets his match when Sam comes to knock on his door because he's not giving away candy, he's scaring off kids, he's not allowing kids to trick-or-treat at his house, so he needs to be taught a lesson. The movie, when it came out, went straight to DVD. It was not released in theaters, unfortunately, because it is a very good film. I know some people who watched it who did not like it at all, and I know quite a few people, though, who did really enjoy this one, and I think it's a really good start for the month of October here on the 31 Days of Halloween on the Geek Blend. I wanted to say I think the acting is really well done in the film. There's a few characters I'm not too fond of, but the one story that includes the kids is they take a special needs girl down to the rock quarry, and they play a prank on her, pretending to be the dead kids who died in that tragic bus accident years ago. And there's a lot of interweaving stories that kind of connect everything together. And we find out that the mean old man at the end of the story is actually the bus driver that drove the kids off the rock quarry to take care of them, because the parents paid him because they did not want to deal with these kids anymore. They were all special needs kids, very special, tormented kids, demented kids, things like that. But the town basically wanted to wipe the slate clean of these kids and bury their dirty secrets, and they eventually come back to life and go after the kids that played the prank on the special needs girl they brought down there to play a prank on, which is unfortunate that it happened that way, but it did. And she goes home with her jack-o'-lantern, and the kids are screaming at the bottom of the quarry for her to come back, but they do not. My favorite part about this, as I was explaining to my wife before we watched it, is there are stories in this anthology that you see and you're like, yeah, I know what's happening here. I got this pinned down. They throw a twist in these stories, which I really do enjoy, because a lot of times you think you know what's happening, and then something completely different happens, and you're like, okay, I like that. When I first saw it, I thought a lot of the stories I was watching, I'm like, I think I had this one pegged, but I didn't. A lot of them are very much subverting of expectations in a good way, but if you do like something like that, I think this is definitely up your alley. There are a lot of great horror anthology films out there, including VHS and, to name one of them, All Hallows Eve, Tales of Halloween. There are quite a few out there. I know I'm missing a ton, by the way, but this is one of the many, and in my opinion, this is one of the better ones. It got decent reviews when it came out, and a lot of fan praise. Michael Dougherty actually directed it, produced by Bryan Singer. Like I said, went straight to DVD. It did not come out in theaters, unfortunately. I'm not going to spoil the entire plot of the film because I want you guys to check it out. I think it's definitely worth a watch. I really enjoyed it. I thought the stories were really well done. I thought the execution was great. I liked the effects in the film. Really well done, practical special effects. I always love to see that in horror films. There is some gross out moments and some gore in this film. It is rated R, so you definitely want to keep this away from your kids, because it says trick or treat. Kids might think, oh, I want to watch this too, but no, this is definitely not a kids movie at all. It is a rated R horror film with some disgusting elements and, like I said, some gore and some disturbing sequences as well. The incident involving where the bus driver drove the kids in the rock quarry was definitely disturbing and really kind of gets you, and when you realize what's happening. But overall, it's a very, very enjoyable film. It actually debuted at a film festival the year before it came out in 2006. And it was picked up by Lionsgate and distributed on DVD. And it was really well received. And it sold really well and became kind of a cult classic during the month of October. Being that this is an anthology film with 5 different stories, I would say my favorite story that is in this one is the kids in the rock quarry followed up by The Girls and The Party, but I do like all of them, but those two stick out as my favorites in the movie. I definitely recommend you guys checking this out. I know this was a shorter review because I did not want to give much away at all, because I definitely think it's worth a watch. Some of the older films I'll be doing reviews on, like some from the Halloween franchise, like the original Friday the 13th, some of those older films, I probably will spoil the plot, but if I do, I'll make sure to leave a spoiler tag before I start talking about spoilers. So if you guys haven't seen these movies, you guys can watch them without any influence from me, and then come back and watch the reviews. That will do it for this quick review of Trick or Treat that came out in 2007, directed by Michael Dougherty, a horror anthology film with 5 different stories. And I hope you guys enjoy all the content coming to you during this month of October. If you look in the description below, you will see links to my social media, our Discord, and our Patreon. Our Discord continues to grow every week. We have a really great community over there. Definitely check that out. Our Patreon as well. If you guys want to help support the channel, you can do it for as little as $1 a month, and it really does help us out. We do appreciate that. And speaking of Patreon, all my patrons' names will either be below me scrolling or at the end in the outro video as normal. We appreciate you guys so much, and you mean the world to us, and so does your support. Leave a like on the video, it really does help us out, and if you're new to the channel and you do like what you see, and you want to see some more of this great content during the month of October, hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all the videos. And that will do it for this short review for Trick or Treat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Jeff. This is the Geek Blend, and remember, if you geek about it, we speak about it. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.